you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Happy Tuesday evening. I hope you guys are having a good evening. I hope your day was a little less chaotic than mine. It has been super chaotic, but thanks to Lil Red, which thank you so much for always making sure that you keep me up to date on what's happening with Letecia's civil suits. We have some new stuff to go over. Some recently filed stuff, and I can't wait to show you guys. We actually have something that she filed, and then an order from the judge. I think the memorandum. So, memorandum and order. So, I'm excited to go through that with you guys. Let me say hello to you, and then we'll get right into it. I know that Jen's going to join us in a little bit. Melissa Jade has a live this evening on Letecia, I think at 8, and Jen has a live at 9:30. But I wanted to jump on, and this was really the only opportunity that I had, the only time that fit. So anyways, I hope that it works. I hope this time works for you as well. Hey, Grace on Wheels. Hey, KPM. Oh, hey, Debbie Doodles. Michelle. Hey, Kate, Hippie Chick. Bellis, good to see you. Hey, Natasha. Lil Red. Hey, Becky P. Crime Crochet and Coffee / Gruesing. Hey, Tess. Hey, Alicia. Good to see you. I'm happy that you made it to a live. Let's see. Oh, I love you back. Thank you, Lil Red. Punksy, I think I said hello to you, but I definitely don't want to miss you. Hey, Roro. Anybody that I've missed, Christina, Nurse Kristen. Hey, Nurse Kristen, I hope you're feeling better today. Hey, Beach Lover. Chezzy, and anybody else I missed. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Justice True Crime. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up the first thing that we're going to look at, which is what she filed, and it's handwritten. This is going to be interesting. I haven't actually read it. Like, I scanned it quickly, and I kind of know what's happened, but I haven't read it like carefully, paying close attention to every detail. Oh, K-Brace. I think she was live tonight at 8, but maybe it is tomorrow and I'm totally wrong. Okay. So, and by the way, so if you guys have been following along with the lawsuit, I don't want to forget to say this. We've been covering it since the beginning. Every time something new was filed, Lil Red found it for us. Hey, kids, good to see you. Ooh, Lil Red, interesting. So we've been following along. My last one, actually, I took down, and I can't even remember why. There was something that I showed on accident. I don't know. Something happened that I took the live down. But I know that you can find that on Melissa Jade's channel. No, I haven't been day drinking. I know that you can find that on Melissa Jade's channel because she went over it. So it's tomorrow. Okay, well, I never look at dates. Let me let Bendy up. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am doing just dandy.
Good. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I've been trying to eat before the live started really quick. It's just been busy here. These kids keep me busy. And football's already started back, which is annoying.
Already?
It's like, yes. Yes. It's like we just got out. Okay.
Yeah, I would think like July, not June.
Yeah, we have started already. So, and it's every evening from 4 to 6:30. But yesterday, I got there at 6:30. I did not leave until 20 after 7 because they needed the receivers for extra time. It's, always something. But anyways.
No, but so for like how many more longer, how long from now until when? The end of time?
Yeah, from now until school starts, they will
shut the front door.
I know. They did say that, like, if your family's going on vacation or something like that, like, you can talk to them. But yeah, it's already.
Wow.
Which makes it hard to find the right time to stream. And I can't wait to dig right into this. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. I'm sorry. I do, though, want to ask you just quickly. So you have a live tonight at 9:30, right?
Correct.
Okay. I am
It's
so
already
excited.
scheduled.
Okay. So we'll be dropping that in the chat. And yeah, I thought Melissa had one, and I think I maybe misread I never look at the date. I'm dumb for that. I need to pay attention. Oh, KK, thank you for being a member for 10 months. Well, Bendy, are you ready to
stop saying that? I told you, don't be hanging out with dum-dums. You're not dumb. You're a very smart girl. Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Thank you. Jen's always there to lift my spirits when hey, for real though, there have been times where I've been like disappointed in myself, or maybe a live I've done or something like that. And I'm like, I just sounded like an idiot. Sometimes I get nervous or something, and I don't even know. I never plan what I'm going to say, but sometimes I just say dumb shit. And I'll be like I did so awful. And you're always there to like, no, you didn't. You're doing great. So thank you for that.
You are not dumb, and you don't say dumb shit. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
You're not dumb. You're a smart hero. Now listen, do sometimes things fly out your mouth? Well, sure. Things fly out my mouth too. It just happens. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's just a lack of fucks to give, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Lori. Yeah, I think it's definitely the second one. Nearly a year, KK. That is awesome. All right, Jen. I can't wait to see what the hell this says, because this Letecia handwritten motion. So this was filed on the 31st of May, and then what we're going to read second was filed on the 7th of June. So,
okay. All right.
Okay. So this is her motion to amend. This lawsuit is against several different people, but Jeff Zmuda is the director of the Kansas Department of Corrections. Let me just double check that again. I Googled it today, and I want to say exactly what it said.
Okay.
But wait, I'm sorry. He is the secretary of the Department of Corrections. So, I don't know what exactly that means, like what he does, but it's against him and many other people in the prison system. So, okay. So motion to amend comes now. Letecia Stauch ask the court to allow plaintiff to amend USC 1983 to add first sergeant and to thank you and to add information from Exhibit 3 timeline as a result of retaliation. In addition, plaintiff has personal injury and sickness to add as a result of cruel and unusual punishment as addressed in the USC 1983 submitted prior. In addition, by amending the petition, plaintiff can add supporting information for continued Eighth Amendment violations. So remember, you guys, they already denied some of the things that she was trying to bring against all of these people, but not everything. But just wait, because we're going to get to that moment in just a moment. So here is her Exhibit 3. It is a timeline. It says page 4. Wait, Exhibit 3. 4 pages maybe in total. So Stauch, April 23rd to May 1st. It says proof of Eighth Amendment, continued violation, and continued retaliation. Note, Passover was April 22nd to April 30th. Okay, so you're noting that in your motion. Okay. Oh, my God.
I don't think April that's 20th. How it works, Tisha. I mean, I'm not, listen, you can't just write note, Passover. What about Passover? I mean, thank you for, educating when Passover is, but what the fuck happened? I'm sorry. I need to stop cussing. That Sarah Boone that I did, even after an appeal, it's still unlimited ads. So I think it might be from my potty mouth. So I'm going to stop.
I've had that a little bit lately too, more often than before. Hey, Aries girl. So I guess because, she's wants them to the kosher diet. I'm sure that's why she's noting that. But it's just like the way she did it doesn't look like the proper way to put that in your motion, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're correct. It's not proper. You need to, okay, I mean, if you're writing supporting, you can't just say that, you can't just note the date of Passover, okay, without some type of supporting something. You know what I mean? Like what's wrong with Passover? What happened on Passover? What's the deal with Passover? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it looks like she's going to get in maybe that somewhat, but like maybe the Passover part should have been down here when you're describing what happened on April 23rd, or I don't know. And not only that, it's just annoying because we know that she doesn't give a damn about Passover. That's the annoying part.
She's such a jerk.
Yes. Okay, so on Passover is April.
Sorry, church reads. Delay. Yeah, no cussing where I just read Letecia for filth, but I could say it if I were in church. That's what needs to happen. Okay, hit it, girl. I'm focused. I promise.
Well, you let me know when you got that down pat because I need to hear it. Okay, so you let us know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Passover was April 22nd to April 30th. So she's saying April 23rd. Plaintiff Letecia met with mental health around 8:45 a.m. and made a religious comment based on my faith and beliefs. Then 6 hours later, First Sergeant Jack, how'd you say it?
I think it's Jacques.
Forced
could
plaintiff.
Be Jack A's. I don't know. It's either that's how you spell Jacques. So I don't know.
Okay, well, we're just going to call him Jack for simplicity purposes.
Perfect.
So 6 hours after she goes to mental health and makes a comment about her faith and beliefs, First Sergeant Jack forced the plaintiff off the phone and moved plaintiff to crisis. 6 hours had passed since the religious conversation had passed. B, there is protocol in place to send a resident to do a mental health assessment by Dr. Nelson. Plaintiff was not assessed by Dr. Nelson and was placed on crisis for a First Amendment right. This was retaliation by the facility for legal actions. Plaintiff was not suicidal nor disruptive. Plaintiff was assaulted by First Sergeant Jack and then placed in a restraint chair without Dr. Nelson addressing the situation or agreeing to do a placement in the chair. This is retaliation because First Sergeant said, quote, his family was the attorney and to stop filing legal documents, unquote. I don't believe it.
Well, what is the comment that you made, Tisha?
Yeah, what was the religious talk that was happening?
Right. So why didn't you include that? If it was such a no big deal, right? Then why not include what you said that you're saying led to all of this retaliation because of your lawsuits? Why didn't you put that in? Or no, she put in a bunch of other unnecessary details.
Yeah, you can't help but wonder why she left that out. That's a really great point. I would love to know what she's. I'm sure she said something about, I don't know, for them to want her assessed over it. Your imagination can kind of wonder what she might have said, I guess. She was assaulted again. Let me say thank you, though, to Lori for being a member for 16 months. Wow, I cannot believe it's crazy. Time flies, but it goes so slow sometimes, but it flies. And then thank you, Lori, for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that so much. And then Teacup, thank you, too, for gifting a membership. And welcome, you guys. Thank you. Okay. So now, so she has a religious comment after she files these legal documents, and she believes that this First Sergeant Jack is retaliating against her for her filings. So then she says, this becomes cruel and unusual. I stayed in the restraint chair for 6 hours without food, water, or the ability to use the bathroom. B, prison officials had no reasonable justification for the deprivation. C, facility was then able to pack out all belongings and went through all legal notes against facility. Some notes of relevance are missing. D, from April 23rd to the 25th, plaintiff was left without clothing, shampoo, soap, bed, other hygiene like toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. Plaintiff was denied the Passover meal that Captain Waller had approved. And E, plaintiff missed the entire Passover meals and tradition and was told to stop all legal action by First Sergeant Jack, Captain Roberts, and others. Remained in crisis for my beliefs from April 23rd to May 1st for punishment for exposing religious violations at Topeka Correctional Facility and for filing illegal action in a Kansas court. Okay, so are you guys? I hope if you're not, I think that you guys are probably following along. But just
they're
in case
following. I'm watching the chat. They're all following. They're. First of all, let me just say this, Letecia. If you didn't have anything to eat or drink, then why would you need to use the bathroom?
Good point. If they're not giving you drinks, how do you have to pee?
Second of all, you don't give a rat's fat kneecap about shampoo. Stop playing with these people. We all know it. You know it.
Passover.
I can't speak to whether she gives a rat's fat kneecap about Passover, but I know for fact she doesn't give a rat's fat kneecap about shampoo.
Well, hey, Julia. Hey, Sherry. Hey, you guys coming in. I missed. Also, what did you do? I would love to see. It's too bad that they don't give out the reports like Colorado or the jail out in Colorado, because I'm sure she did do something. We've seen, she wants to say she's not violent. Letecia Stauch has claimed in these lawsuits and other things she is not violent, when we all know, number one, what she did to that baby. I don't even want to bring him up in her stupid bullshit, because he deserves his memory to not be tied to her forever. But you're violent, bitch. We all know what you did.
Right, and then, your crime was violent.
Yeah, exactly. And then, not to mention the monster can and other instances of her being violent, throwing poop water all over another inmate.
Yes, Letecia. And even before that, didn't she get into some trouble early in life for fighting?
Yes. Yep. She did.
I mean, last I checked, regardless of the circumstances, fighting is violent. Whether you are defending yourself or you're the aggressor, either way, it's violent.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Nature Rocks. Hey, Riley. Bellas, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. You guys are really sweet and just way too good to me. Thank you. And then, Honey, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Happy 6 months, Alex. Love this community. I do too, and you guys are the reason. I swear, I'd say it all the time, but the chat is my chat. I'm not going to say this about you because you're pretty smart, and I'm not saying I'm not smart, but my chat is so much. They know way more than I do about so many different subjects, so many brilliant women and men in here, and just very kind, compassionate, loving, funny ass people. Just the best. So I agree.
You do have a really good chat. You really do. Well, I do too, because most everybody in here comes over. So we have a really good community and a really good chat. We have a lot of really good people and cool people in here.
I agree. I just didn't want to say our chat is so much smarter than us, because that would be like an insult to you. And you know what I mean? I factored you in with the smart people. And
listen. The thing about smart people know what they don't know. So you can be smart, okay, but still not know things and rely on smart people, other smart people who do know the things that you don't know. That's true smarts.
That's
so
true.
It's not an insult.
Because dumb people probably think they know everything.
Correct.
Pinche Becky, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Did I mention how much I dislike her? I love you too. I love you.
Thank you, Pinche Becky.
It's been a while since I've heard you say that.
I know. I love to say Pinche Becky.
Hey, Night Owl. Okay. So let me see. So, okay. F, the restraint chair was against policy.
She's really moving through the alphabet, isn't she, Ellie?
I know.
Be on F.
The restraint chair was against policy of 2 hours, and Topeka Correctional Facility policy says the chair is not used for a crisis unless a doctor evaluates the individual for the chair. It was 6 hours, and a doctor did not come into the pod to evaluate the situation or access plaintiff. G. During April 25th to May 1st, plaintiff was forced to live in a cell that had feces from another resident before. There was blood on the window and floor from another individual. The pit overflowed in the cell several times to include bad odors and sewer gas. Issues were ignored, and officials are deliberate and indifferent once becoming aware. First of all, that would be absolutely disgusting if you had to live in a place with other human shit and blood. I'm like germaphobe. I don't even want to be near other people's spit or anything. Just no. Like, keep your bodily fluids to yourself. But also, I can't believe anything she says. And then again, don't go to jail. Don't do what you did and go to prison.
Exactly. And I'll say this. I mean, is she lying about that? Probably not lying as such, but she's probably greatly exaggerating what's going on. It's not like you're at, a hotel and the room gets sanitized for between guests, So
that's true. That is true. But then again, don't go to prison. And not only that.
Correct.
Wait a minute, Tisha. We have went through all your incident reports from your time in the county jail and the prison. And I do remember, I think in the county jail it was that you wiped your own blood all over the walls.
You did. And there still is some questions regarding where the blood was derived from, as you had no open wounds. And I'm going to leave it there. And also, when did you become, upset about poo? Didn't you fling poo water at your bunkmate at one point? Yep. So what?
Yeah.
What? Now you're not, now you're too good to fling poo? Shut up, Tisha.
Yep, exactly. And hey, MK, hey, you guys coming in, Tony. Kit says, OMG. Can you guys share Kit's channel for me if you don't mind? Just one of the mods, click on her name and grab her link, because Kit has also done extensive coverage of this, but she talks about all kinds of different stuff and some stuff that's really unknown. And I just would love for you guys to go check it out. And then I wanted to read your comment, CS. She says, absolutely love this channel. Thank you for all you do. And thank you. That's really sweet. And I appreciate that. And thank you for being here. All right. You ready to keep going?
Yes.
The way you said it.
I have something so rude to say to bad odors, but I'm going to behave.
Thank you guys for dropping that Tess and Pointer Lover. Okay. Exhibit 3, still page 4 of 6, defendants involved. First Sergeant Jack was aware of these issues and relayed the information to defendant Donna Hook. Plaintiff personally contacted Darcy Halthus, and plaintiff's family contacted Larry Turner. Form 9 to KDOC. Defendants have taken adverse action against plaintiff that would deter a person of ordinary firmness from continuing to engage in that conduct. In addition to the 3-hour room searches, the defendants continue to deny programs, groups, industry jobs, dog programs, advanced education, and any mental or physical rehabilitation that other similarly situated inmates have. Then on April 23rd, I was put into crisis for my religious beliefs and remained there for filing a habeas and a USC 1983. On this day, I went to a mental health sick call, and we had a conversation about religious beliefs. We being Miss Cottingham and myself around 8:45 a.m. At 2:45 p.m.
Sorry, good thing she named people, because I would have been confused if she hadn't named herself as one of the people that was in the conversation. Jesus, Letecia.
No, don't say sorry. I want you to interject when you can.
Thank you for clearing that up.
The delay, don't let the delay make you feel like you can't interject. Just do it, and we'll deal with it. Okay.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up, Letecia, because I was confused as to who is a party to this conversation. And if you hadn't written myself, I would never have known. So thank you.
Yeah. We kind of includes yourself, Letecia, but
Yeah,
okay.
that's implied. Unless,
Well, then she writes, so this conversation happened at 8:45. And then she writes at 2:45 p.m. in parentheses 6 hours. Like, okay, people I can't figure that out.
Okay, SpongeBob, 6 hours later. Okay.
So at 2:45, I was removed from the phone and told by First Sergeant that he was using a religious comment that I made to take me up for a crisis evaluation. 6 hours had passed, and there was no concern from staff. Instead, he threw me against a shower wall and then in a restraint chair because I always grieved him and for seeking legal remedies. He stated, "This is what you get for grieving me and filing First Amendment claims." This was done maliciously and as a result of exercising a protected right. To make matters worse, defendants left me in crisis as a punishment and a restraint chair for 6 hours against policy, amounting to cruel and unusual punishment. I was in crisis from April 23rd to May 1st during the entire Passover. Again, another form of retaliation, keeping me from practicing my religious beliefs. Passover was April 22nd to April 30th. I didn't receive any doctors, nor was I in any kind of trouble. They waited 6 hours to come up with a plan to use force and maliciously punish me. First Sergeant Jack told me that his family were the attorneys and I needed to stop all legal actions. I never had an initial crisis evaluation, and all actions were a result of filing legal remedies.
Well, I noticed she's underlined never 3 times. So she ain't playing, y'all. Never.
And also, how many times has she put what Passover is?
Yeah. Also, Letecia, this is where I'm having a little bit of trouble. If it took them 6 hours to come up with a story, that seems like an excessively long time to come up with a story. And therefore, that would say to me that they're probably not good at coming up with stories, which would mean that all of this would be on your behalf would be extremely easy to prove. Kind of like, I don't know, the 6 hours that you spent in the interrogation room lying your face off with cockamamie stories like that. See, they're not good at you weren't good at coming up with stories then. And you're saying that it took them 6 hours to come up with a story now. You see what I'm trying to get at here, Tisha?
I see
Makes
what you
no damn sense, ma'am. No sense at all.
It doesn't. Hey, Roxanne. Carrie Beth, thank you. Carrie Beth said, this doctor be crazy AF. She does, and thank you.
Why come, Tisha? Why come you can't just do your time and act right?
Yeah, or I weren't going to do that, but then she made me mad, so I did.
Right.
That's how she talks. It's so frustrating.
And victim and then plaintiff's family, I'm assuming. Is that you, Ain't B? Why are you helping this fool?
I think she means I don't know what the hell she means, actually. Let me not even try. Well, I wonder what this is.
She said that her plaintiff's family called, and reported similar stuff, which means she's the plaintiff in this case. So somebody in her family called. Now, who's talking to her still that's actual family? The only person I know is Ain't B. Now, has she made up family? Is this part of the Volturi? Is this part of the ninjas? I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't even remember reading that, and I'm sure you're right and I'm wrong because I never absorb what I'm reading fully. But she also said that his family were the attorneys. What does that mean?
I guess the attorneys for the state. Who knows? Because that sentence is poorly structured and makes no sense, which tells me that it came from Letecia's brain and not the defendant's mouth, as she claims.
Yeah. Agree. Hey, Kimberly, you haven't missed much. We're going through, I would rewind it because we're going through what looks like it's going to be the last filings in Letecia's civil suit. But we'll see when we get to the response. So this is class of one theory. What does that mean? Like, Tisha, why do you talk like this? It's so hard for me to understand.
Let me Google
Class
that
of
and
one.
see what her class of one theory means. Please hold. You
Okay.
read. I'll figure
Thank
out.
you.
Let me try to translate crazy.
Okay. Thank you. Hey,
No
Mayla's.
problem. Oh dear. Now it's just me. Now you guys are all in big, big trouble. Now you're stuck with me. All right, hold on. She'll be back. The class of one doctrine allows an individual to be recognized as a class of her own for equal protection purposes. To prove a class of one claim, a plaintiff must establish, let me click this. That one, the government treated him or her differently. Oh my goodness, differently from other similarly situated persons. The difference in the treatment was intentional. And 3, the difference in treatment was not rationally related to any legitimate government purpose. Says, oh, wow. There's a whole thing. This article is actually talking about applying the class of one theory of equal protection to public employment. That's what they're talking about. And if class of one equal protection were extended to public employment, a public employer that dismisses an employee or makes any other personnel decisions such as discipline, hiring, promotion, transfer, etc., could be sued and forced to defend against an equal protection claim. So Letecia must have Googled something like I just did. Now let's see. Basically, it's Letecia saying that she is not being treated fairly and equally relative to other people around her. She's getting treated especially horribly. I don't know what you're talking about, Low Red. She's getting treated especially poorly because of who she is. They're picking on her is basically what this is saying. And I guess Allie got booted. She's definitely not muted. Let me see. Low Red said, I can't highlight it. That's going to be the problem here. Jen Lu, talk about the other prison she is trying to get moved to. Talk about why she does not qualify due to her crime. I don't remember that. That data has been overwritten. What had happened? Are you all right?
I'm totally okay. I was just sitting here reading along, showing you guys all the different inmates. She was pointing out what they had done. And then I felt a vibration in my lap and I looked down and Tess, thank you. I see on my home screen, you okay? Just making sure. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh shit. Well, I'm not there anymore.
Sorry, you didn't even know you were gone?
Oh no, I've been reading this the whole time. Where did I leave off?
Go way up because I already Googled what the class of one is.
Okay.
So basically what she's referring to when she writes the class of one theory and the similarly situated residents, what Letecia is saying is that she is being singled out and treated extra poorly because of who she is. And there are other people that have committed similar crimes to hers and they are treated better. Basically, it's Letecia saying that she's being picked on for no reason, just because of who she is. They just don't like her.
Well, yeah, and then how many did you see? Because I was reading through. She just lists all these inmates, right, that have done similar things. Some of them have escaped, and all of them are still. They have access to courts and jobs and things like that. Which I'm sure there's a reason. But did I read any of that
No,
with
we
you
didn't get
guys?
to any of that.
What? Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm not going to do it the same way I did because now I know they're all pretty much the same. But she does. Um, oh, Tess, thank you. Because I know you're watching this one. Hey, Letecia, Allie, and Jinlu are the best. We already know. Now go take a shower, please. Tess, thank you so much. And thank you for letting me know. And then, girls, Nana, thank you for being a member for 7 months. And yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so all of these inmates, some of them have done similar things. She just lists them, most of them by their last name. She does name a few,
She
but like
listed
this one,
herself
for instance,
first.
has,
Go back up.
yeah. And then mm-hmm, yeah, she says Letecia Stauch. Look at what she wrote because you didn't hear this. I don't know what this means. Treated disparately. Disparagely, I think she means. I don't know what.
I think she means to write disproportionately. I don't know because I don't know what disparately means. Not a
I don't know either.
disciplining, she wants, Letecia, listen, let me give you a little hint. Clearly, you have limited space, okay? When you have limited space, it's very hard when on the eyes, when you start like the first word, huge, like note, not a, and then you have to squish in the rest of disciplinary because you done wrote too big. You
Yeah.
need to learn spatial relations, ma'am.
Yeah.
Constantly retaliated on. How?
Yeah.
This is her this is what she thinks she's getting. This is what she's calling retaliation. No programming, denied rehabilitation, dog program, most jobs, access to the CO courts, outside medical, right to attorney. You need to those are some really not the dog program. Listen, she might not qualify for the dog program due to her crime and it's not just the crime that she was convicted of that they're looking at. Her whole you know when they talk about it'll be on your permanent record, this is what they mean, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this your permanent record, ma'am. They know what kind of problem you are because everything that you did in every facility that you've been in was documented. They're all aware. And this is why they're not an outside medical is not a constitutional violation. You are provided medical. You're not at the Hyatt. You're not at summer camp. Okay. You can't pick your doctor. That's not how it works. You are in prison. Now I got to scroll up and see what Lil Red was telling me.
Okay, and then I'll just tell you guys. So she lists. I was going to see, Jen, if you want to read the response. It's only like 3 pages in a minute, but
absolutely.
Yay. Okay. Thank you. She lists just these inmates and they all get, most of them, she writes, they have jobs, access to courts, First Amendment rights, treated fairly and equally. And that's basically what she writes on all of them. Now, this one, she says this woman has similar charges to her and has escaped out of 2 fences, but she does not have her mail tampered with and no cruel and unusual punishment. She's allowed out all day and access to medical. She called her a gatekeeper. Which, what?
I have no idea what that means. And I will say this. I'm sure that this fellow inmate loves the fact that you're listing that basically you're in a legal document talking smack about them. That's going to go over fantastically for you. It's going to, this was a genius idea. Letecia, you really ought to apply to be in Mensa. I really think that they just, what?
Will they find out?
Yes, it's public. Of course they'll find out.
Good. What's Mensa?
It's the club for people who have IQs in the genius range.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd heard it recently several times, and I was wondering what it meant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Letecia, you ought to go ahead and, while you're writing all this nonsensical paperwork, go ahead and fill out an application for Mensa. I'm sure they're going to get back to you immediately. I'm sure they'd be just glad to have you, and really upset with themselves that they overlooked you for the last however long you've been alive.
Okay, well, then we have, I guess, the next part, which is her next exhibit, Exhibit 5. It's only one page, and then we're done with her motion. Then we're going to get to the response, or the order and memorandum, which is only like 3 pages. So on her Exhibit 5, it says contamination, toxins, sewer gas, etc. These are beyond discomfort or inconvenience and demonstrate that these conditions of confinement pose an unreasonable risk of serious damage to health and safety. She says, I Cell House on December 8th, sewer gas and overflowed with human waste. December 14th, toxins through the vents, no ventilation. December 23rd, sewage leaks and gas, no vent. December 24th, high concentration sewer gas. Then we have contaminated water and human waste through January. In March, sewage and human waste. March 19th, toxins unknown, no ventilation. April, more human waste, water contamination, and sewage and human waste on May 11th. May 13th, toxins from showers. And 1B, evacuated for 30 minutes due to fumes and sickness, but we were forced to return. Cafeteria, ongoing water leaks, standing water, constant, visible mold in food preparation and serving areas, and bugs and rodents daily. Lady, it's prison. Like, oh my God. Okay. And then that's it. Here's her cover page.
Are these actual situations with the vents, Letecia, or is this like back from the jail calls, when they were pumping toxins and chemicals through the ventilation system in an effort to control you and keep you docile? Is this real this time? See, this is what happens when you're a lying liar mouth who tells lies. It's very difficult to believe you.
Yeah, for sure. And now we have the memorandum and order, which I believe it's probably going to be the last one we have, unless she files a new case or something like that. So, but go ahead, Benny, if you want. And if you don't want to, that's okay. I'll do it.
No, it's fine. I got you. All right. Plaintiff brings this pro se civil rights action under 42 USC. I forget what that sign is. It means something, but I forgot what it is. Plaintiff is in custody at the Topeka Correctional Facility in Topeka, Kansas, TCF. Plaintiff is a Colorado Department of Corrections prisoner housed at TCF through the Interstate Corrections Compact. The court granted plaintiff leave to proceed in forma pauperis. On April 29, 2024, the court screened plaintiff's amended complaint and entered a memorandum of order, December 13th, M&O, dismissing plaintiff's claims regarding her security classification and housing assignment at TCF, and dismissing her claims against Valerie Watts and Centurion. The court found that the proper processing of plaintiff's remaining claims could not be achieved without additional information from appropriate KDOC officials. Accordingly, the court ordered the appropriate KDOC officials to prepare and file a Martinez report regarding the remaining claims. This matter is before the court on plaintiff's motion to amend Document 19, seeking to add proof of continued Eighth Amendment violations and continued retaliation by TCF staff. See Doc 19-1. Plaintiff alleges that based upon religious comments she made to mental health providers on April 23, 2024, she was moved to crisis. Plaintiff alleges that she was not assessed by Dr. Nelson despite, quote, protocol in place to send a resident to do a mental health assessment by Dr. Nelson. Plaintiff alleges that she was not disruptive or suicidal, and her placement on crisis was retaliation. Plaintiff alleges that she was assaulted by Sergeant Jack when he placed her in a restraint chair without an assessment by Dr. Nelson. Plaintiff also seeks to add Sergeant Jack as a defendant, or Jack. Plaintiff alleges that she was in the restraint chair for 6 hours and was on crisis level from April 23rd to May 1st, 2024. Plaintiff also makes claims regarding conditions during this time frame. The court denies plaintiff's motion to amend. Although plaintiff is entitled to amend a complaint once as a matter of right under this citing, plaintiff has already filed an amended complaint and is no longer entitled to amend as a matter of right. Plaintiff's motion does not include a proposed amended complaint. A proposed amended complaint, which must be on a court-approved form, must be attached to a motion to amend. Plaintiff's motion sets forth facts surrounding an incident occurring after she filed her amended complaint. If she believes she has a cause of action based on her placement on crisis level and interactions with Sergeant Jack, she should file a complaint after exhausting the facility's administrative grievance procedures regarding the claim. Plaintiff has also filed 2 motions for reconsideration. The court has ordered a Martinez report in this case, which was due by June 28th. So I tried to make it my damn birthday. Selfish, Jen Lou. June 28th, 2024. Plaintiff is cautioned that the court's MNO provides that no motion addressed to the amended complaint shall be filed until the Martinez report required herein has been prepared. The court will address the motions for reconsideration after reviewing the Martinez report. The KDOC should include any response to the motions in the report. Plaintiff should refrain from filing any further submissions until the report has been filed and reviewed by the court. It is therefore ordered by the court that plaintiff's motion to amend is denied. Plaintiff should refrain from filing any other further submissions until the Martinez report has been filed and reviewed by the court. It is further ordered that the KDOC should include any response to plaintiff's motions for reconsideration in the Martinez report. So it is so ordered, dated June 7th, 2024 in Kansas City, Kansas. Where's this Martinez report? Oh, it's not due yet. We got till the 28th. Okay. Never mind. I got excited.
So I'm wrong. There might be more files then, right? Because I was thinking, just because I just scanned it, like I said, and I saw it was denied, and I was thinking that the whole lawsuit was thrown out. But I guess, do you remember in the last one they had said that the jail has to put together
a Martinez report?
Yeah, and I'm looking up what exactly that means. Hold on. But okay. So I guess, a quick definition of Martinez report. A Martinez report is a document that a person representing themselves in court may be asked to submit if their complaint is unclear or difficult to understand. Okay, wait, so I'm wrong. The report is meant to clarify the issues and make the case easier to follow. So she has to do it then? But then why does it say the response? The KDOC should include any response to the motions in the report.
Read to me what the Martinez report is, a quick definition. One more time.
Right here. A document that a person representing themselves in court may be asked to submit if their complaint is unclear or difficult to understand. It's meant to clarify the issues and make the case easier to follow. Let's see. This says a Martinez report may be used in a variety of contexts, including a motion for summary judgment or entry of summary judgment. Let's see if there's anything else I can find on it.
Okay. I think this is what this is. I think I'm understanding this correctly. The state is represented by actual attorneys. And so, or the Kansas City, the Kansas Department of Corrections, they're represented by actual attorneys. So this Martinez report is an answer to the allegations that Letecia has put forward, but in without legalese. Right, easier to
Okay.
understand regular people's speech. It's their answer. It's their response.
And it's basically, is it that mean because they can't understand exactly what Letecia is saying?
No, it is so that Letecia can understand what they are saying. They understand what Letecia is saying. This is something that's done because she is pro se and not an attorney. And the Department of Corrections,
Oh,
they're being sued. So what are they going to do? They have an attorney. And so an attorney is going to answer all of these motions, but when they do, they're going to answer it in legalese. They're going to use legal terms. Terms Letecia as a pro se who she's not an attorney. It's not like she went to law school, so she has no idea. So basically what this is it's their answer. It's the Department of Corrections answer in terms that Letecia can understand.
okay. Interesting.
So they're even helping her. They're even changing the way that the game is played so that Letecia can understand the rules of so Letecia can understand the rules of the game.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because it has to be there. It says this, they have to include whatever in it. So it has to be them that's doing it.
Right.
But it's a little confusing because, like in these examples, they give it as, for example, if someone is representing themselves in a lawsuit and their complaint is poorly written or confusing, the court may ask them to file a Martinez report. The report would explain the facts of the case, the legal issues involved, and what the party is asking the court to do. So they're just asking the state to do a Martinez report, which they could ask either side. It's basically to make it less confusing and straightforward, I guess, everything that's being claimed, or your answers to everything that's being claimed in this case.
It's to make it it's for Letecia to be able to understand, because I can promise you if the attorneys working for the Kansas Department of Corrections were to write their answer, write their response, the judge would understand exactly what they were asking, what they were saying in those response. It's Letecia who won't, because she is not an attorney. It's to even the playing field. It can be used. Right. Those examples are, but they're civil litigations. Bankruptcy is a civil litigation. See, they don't do this I've never heard of it done. It could be, but this is basically what they're doing is they're leveling the playing field. Which I feel like the reason that they're doing this is because first and foremost, her case is very high profile. She is a high profile case. Her case has notoriety. People are watching it. Hi, we're people, right? Oh, second of all, that specific prison has had issues. They've had complaints. They've had valid complaints. And so this is a way for everything to be done on the up and up. They've leveled the playing field. Letecia doesn't have to speak or write in or understand legalese. It's going to be all out in regular, just the way you and I are speaking. It's going to be written, so she can understand it. So what he dismissed is the amendment, because what she did was added a new allegation, and that's not what he asked her to do. So the whole thing that happened on Passover should never have been included in her amendment.
Right.
Because it's a new incident.
And then for that, she has to file a new complaint, a new
correct
case.
And after she's exhausted all of any mitigation remedies that are available to her through the prison system, then she can. Yes.
I wonder how many complaints she will have for the rest of her life. That's what I was thinking when Jen was reading. I was thinking, is this going to go on and on and on forever? Because she's in there forever. So, I mean, I don't know. It's possible. And thank you, Step B, for being a member for 6 months. Wash your hair 5 times, please.
At least. What I think will likely end up happening is once this works its way through the system, this lawsuit, and I feel like it's likely going to be dismissed. What will end up happening is Kansas and Colorado are going to speak, and Letecia is likely going to be moved somewhere else.
Wonder where they'll move her. Would she go back to Colorado?
I don't know how it works when they've done an interstate compact, and it doesn't work out. I would imagine that she tried suing Colorado, so that's problematic. So they don't want to. She's a liability. I don't know where they're going to put her. To be honest with you, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to watch, though. Deborah, she claimed that this officer, this sergeant, First Sergeant Jack, which I know I'm not pronouncing his name right. Jen believes it's Jock. It's spelled a little oddly, so I think Jen's probably right. But regardless, this officer apparently assaulted her, and she added it to her already existing case that she's filed against the jail. So yeah. And then I wanted to say hello to Rainbow Bee and Kate and all of you guys that I didn't get to say hello to. And then I wanted to say hi to Edith, and I hope you feel better. She says, I'm at home with COVID, but I wouldn't miss this live for nothing.
I hope you feel better.
I'm glad that you're here. So Jen and I are incredibly frustrated waiting on these calls. And, it's been 2 weeks since we last reached out, and she just told us, I'm so sorry for the delay. We're working on them. So, as soon as we get them, we will let you guys know, and we'll be going over them. But when we do get them, I want to go over some of the news at that time. When news broke, I want to show you guys what exactly her family and friends would have seen as far as the new calls we're getting come from the month that she filed not guilty by reason of insanity, February 2022. And so I want us to go back like right before we listen, Jen, and look at what the family would have seen, basically, which I've already got those. I just thought we'd wait till they come.
Okay. Yeah, we've been waiting. Listen, you guys, we actually ordered and paid for those calls 2 months ago. And I know that we're not the only people that are requesting things from El Paso County. And I know we're not, and I don't even think that it has anything to do with Letecia, her case. Things come through. El Paso County is, a big county. There's lots of people there. There are lots of cases there. And the person that, person that is in charge of doing it has to listen to every single call. And if it were me, and I can understand this to an extent, the last thing that I would want to do for 8 hours a day is listen to all the calls from start to finish. I would probably have to take several breaks.
Me too.
So I get it. But at the same time, I'm, I want to hear I want to hear those calls, just like I know you guys want to hear those calls.
Of course I know who you are, Rainbow Mom, now Rainbow Bee. Of course I do. But yeah, I can't wait for us to get them, Jen. But it's been 2 months. It's frustrating. But just so you guys know, we're not, we don't, as soon as we get them, you guys will know.
Yeah, because we want to hear them too. It's not like we have them and we're sitting back here and we're listening to them. Can you believe what that Puta said? No, when we get them, you guys will get them. I promise.
Yeah, absolutely. If those allegations are false, she kind of bit herself in the ass because no correction officers will help her in any way in the future because they will be afraid of some sort of allegations. Well, that's what women and girls like that who make accusations that aren't true frustrate the hell out of me. I'm not saying hers aren't true, because there's a possibility some of them are true. We know that there's a lot of lawsuits at that prison, but also there's nothing that like bothers me more, just being a mom of young boys and stuff like that, or women like that who will make accusations that aren't true and stuff like that. And yeah, we know that Tisha has done that in the past. So I don't know.
I mean, it's hard with Letecia because she would be almost the perfect victim in this situation because she has a history of
Yep.
lying about things like, specifically things like these allegations. She has a documented history of it.
Oh
So
yeah.
it I don't want to say that she is or isn't a victim. I wasn't there and I don't know. I can only speak to her history, but I will say that it's her history that makes her vulnerable to this kind of situation if it is true.
Yeah.
So, you
Yep.
know,
You're exactly right. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on with me, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I do see I'm wrong about Melissa's live. I thought it was at 8, but I see that it's tomorrow. But I know that Bendy has one tonight at 9:30, and I'm really
yes.
looking forward to that. Jen, I don't know anything about the case except the little bit you've told us, and it sounds very interesting. I'm honestly very surprised there's not more people talking about it.
There have been a few people talking about it. I've seen a few lives. Basically, what I have tonight is we're gonna go through the probable cause affidavit, but the way I want to do it is a little different. So I hope that you guys, even if you've heard the probable cause affidavit, I hope that you guys will come and listen anyway. Um, but if you don't, if you're like, bro, I can't listen to this anymore, I don't blame you, and I will not be upset or mad or hold a grudge or anything. I will be grateful for the people that come. But I'm
Yeah,
interested in this case because it's, in my opinion, in my estimation, it has seemingly come out of nowhere.
well, I really hope you guys will come over and join. And it looks like Amber has a live right now, so I dropped Amber's link. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
like I said, Jen's is at 9:30. But a couple people were asking you what case before we
Oh,
go.
it is the case that happened in Hudson, Florida. It is a quadruple homicide. It is a man it's a family who and their two children. It's a mom, a dad, and their two children. And their roommate is the one who murdered them. So it came out of nowhere. Like there doesn't it this well, we'll talk about it then. Let's go over to Amber's and give Amber some support, and we'll talk about um, this case over on my channel at 9:30.
Okay.
The suspect, well, he's charged. His name is Rory Atwood. It's that case.
Okay. It's out of Florida, you guys. All right, you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here and hanging out and joining the conversation and supporting me and supporting my channel, supporting Jen and going to Amber's with us and supporting all of us, Melissa, all of you, all of us. I just appreciate you guys so much. You truly are so kind. And yeah, you make every day a little better. So thank you. And then Jen, thank you so much for being here with me.
Oh,
And
thank
thank you
you.
for reading. I love
You're
you and I
welcome.
appreciate
I love
you.
you too. And I appreciate you too.
All right. All right. I'll let you guys go. Thank you to the mods. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.